Ahoy, mateys. You wouldn't believe where I'm at. Well, maybe you'd believe it. I'm in Benson, Arizona. Do you hear that? Check this out. That is so freaking cool. And yes, there is a whole lot to see in this museum. I even see two hobos . Two hobos riding on the car there. How cool is that? It's downtown Benson. There is so much to see here. All these models, if you will. I believe these are, I want to say N gauge. Is that correct?
I'm not sure about those.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, the one on the bottom is definitely a work of art. This shows outside. This is real time. We might actually get to see trains come through. They do all of the time. Then there's a whole lot of history here about the Apaches. This is called the Angel Buggy. Why was it called the Angel Buggy? Because it was used for transporting nitroglycerin to where they would mix it with pecan powder and make dynamite. The reason it was called the Angel Cart was that if you hit a bump, you became an angel. This shows happenings in 1917 in Bisbee, Arizona. Very interesting history to look up. But over 1,200 miners were forced from their homes at gunpoint and marched to Warren Ballpark and were forced into 23 boxcars of the El Paso and Southwestern Railroad and shipped to Columbus, New Mexico, which I've been there too, with a warning never to return to Arizona. This was the mining company's attempt to stop unions from organizing. Now, I don't know if that was a Dodge company back then or not. So, pictures of Bisbee. Here's Pancho Villa. That was at the Bowie Depot. It's just so much to see here that you could spend all day. You really could. Old potbelly stove. It was used in a caboose, Southern Pacific caboose, over 100 years ago. Donated to the museum. Pretty cool stuff. This is a drinking fountain, circa 1990. as said, a lot to see. These are smaller gauge, HO, and I think there might be N gauge in here. I'm not sure, not positive. I don't know my gauges very well. I know the really big ones that are battery powered, like you can get at Christmas time. Those are typically O gauge. So now, I've been blessed. You don't mind being on camera, do you, Gay? This is Gay. And she's the curator of the museum here. And believe it or not, she's from Michigan, too.
Michiganders are awesome people.
That's true. We all end up in Arizona somehow. Might have something to do with we prefer to shovel sunshine rather than snow.
Yep.
Here are pins of people who have visited here. There's no room for my pin.
And around the world.
And around the world, people have come here. So when you say there's nothing to do in Bisbee, I think there's probably 1 million people on this calendar, on these maps that would disagree. Now, this is something special. I'm going to set the camera down, and I'm going to aim it at this screen. You saw the train going around the perimeter of the building, the upper part, and Gay was actually operating it from right here. This is the controls for the train. Thank you.
Okay, go ahead.
Very cool. So what do I do first?
So the first thing you do is, this is the key to the train,
Wow, check it out.
and this is reverse, and this is forward. This is the throttle. Before you move the train forward, you have to pull the horn 2 times.
Huh.
So go ahead and pull the horn.
Here we go. Where do I steer?
There's no steering wheel.
Oh. She's not going to let me steer.
You can do better than that.
I think it sounds like a bellows.
Yep. Wait till you see how it's built. So then take the throttle and pull it toward you. Again. And now he's rolling down the track.
Look at that, and I can see it over there too. But this is what Gay was doing earlier when I was filming the train going around the top. Now here, on the screen, it looks like we're going at breakneck speed. But as you can see, we're only going about maybe 1 mile per hour. How cool is this? Hopefully I'll just hold it in my lap here, or not my lap, but when I get to the curve here, I'm going to blow the whistle. See, it looks like it's going so much faster. Okay, we're getting close to where I got to stop it. Now, you don't use any of these other controls or anything. They're just mostly for the replica.
And just for fun, I want you to see the back. You mentioned a bellows.
Yes.
Go ahead and look over the back of the console and pull the horn.
That is a homemade cuckoo clock.
And Jack, while the camera's running, I want you to meet Bob Nelson,
Bob,
the previous supervisor.
I heard about you.
All of this.
It's not true. Whatever you heard, it's not true.
Well, I'm very honored that you came in today, because Gay tells me you're the man that knows everything.
That's true.
What I don't know, I make up.
That's always a good plan.
Yeah. We had a ball with this. They're still having fun with it.
I think there's something else I had to do. Don't I have to turn something off?
I'll take care of it.
Okay.
The battery just died on the train.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, Steve, now you know that there was a camera it's mounted on the front of the locomotive. What kind of camera is it, Bob?
It's a drone camera.
Ooh, he's going to love that.
Yeah, it's a real small, the battery actually weighs more than the camera weighs.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, and we couldn't hook it, I wanted to hook it to the track, the electricity, but it varies when you go faster or slower.
Oh.
So I had to use a 3.8 volt DC battery.
Kind of like that would be for, I think.
It's what they use in drones.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think Steve would be aware. The reason I keep bringing Steve's name up is that he has drones. He has a license.
Okay, yeah.
And I've gone with him when he's done.
Yeah, that's
flights.
cool. I like those.
Yeah,
Those are cool.
yeah, it's pretty cool. His channel is Desert Adventures in Arizona.
Oh,
He lives in the Ironwood Monument. Actually, he lives in the monument
oh, wow.
because his property is grandfathered.
Okay.
Bill Clinton signed the monument into reality in 2020.
Okay.
So Steve already had his property there.
Yeah.
So this is cool. This is very cool. I'm loving this.
Yeah, and you know the horn signals, right?
Yes.
To go forward, it is
Two.
when you stop, there's one, and when you cross a crossing, it's the Morse code Q. 2 longs, a short, and a long.
Ah.
That came from England, and you can hear it when they cross here.
Mm-hmm.
But and I don't know what it stands for, but there's different horn signals. You can go online and look up some of the train horn signals, and it'll tell you what they are.
Very cool. I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I'm surprised I don't already know, because I actually worked for the Chessie system for 3 years.
Oh, really?
Yes, I was a Gandy dancer.
Oh, yeah.
I told Gay my little limerick
Yeah.
from being a Gandy dancer.
Tell him.
I'm not allowed to run the train. The whistle I can't blow. But let the damn thing fall off the track and see who catches hell.
Well, you know why they call them Gandy dancers, don't you?
I used to know this.
There would be like 10 or 15 guys that had these clamps, and they pick up a piece of rail.
Oh, yes.
39 foot. And when they had to walk a certain way
Mm-hmm.
and step, and from behind it looked like a bunch of geese walking.
Okay.
So they
That's where it comes from. I do remember now. I do remember. Yeah. I was part of the rail gang, the northern region.
Okay.
And we laid rail.
That BNSF up there? Or?
Well, I was with Chessie System, but I believe the overall overseer was BSNF.
Okay, because you've seen our rail cam, haven't you?
Yes, I did.
Jeff Rossi runs that, and he contacted me several years ago, and he says, if I give you a camera, will you mount it? And I did, and what I'm finding is it's on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
Railcam Benson AZ,
Yep.
and at 4th of July, see, it's pointed east right now, but see the one that's pointed west?
Uh-huh.
There was like 46 people watching the fireworks show on 4th of July because it goes towards the park.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is very cool.
And people come in and they'll say, hey, I saw your rail cam on YouTube, can I go out there? And I go, you stay away from the track.
Right.
Well, they go out there, they get on their phone, they're doing this. There's a 30-second delay, but they'll call their friend, can you see me?
Yeah, go on the railroad.
And that is an actual draw. Rail fans is a huge draw that people have kind of discounted for some reason.
It's a niche,
It's very much a niche.
but it's a large niche, I can tell you that.
Very large. And we get grandfathers in here from Phoenix bringing their grandkids, and they let them operate the train, and then they, chase the trains and watch them go by.
Well, that is very cool.
Yeah.
That is very cool. Well, I am really tickled to be able
I
to.
had a ball building it.
Yeah, I bet.
And the turntable, that is a pallet Lazy Susan that I turned into a turntable.
Wow.
It's not adjusted up right now. There's another guy that runs the trains here, and he's gonna you have to adjust. You push a button, and there's a 12-volt battery that I used to have in there, and it would turn the.
You can be on camera, Jennifer, if you want.
I don't mind.
But it turns, and see those little Allen screws in between?
Yes.
Okay, those adjust in and out, and they adjust sideways. And what you do is you plug in the switch here, and you push the button, and it's a normally open switch, so the thing starts turning. And the minute it gets, one of those gets to this switch here.
Yeah, it has to click in place.
Yeah. So it hasn't really been adjusted up perfectly, but it should be able to, stop and let any train off any of the.
Right, and then that's going to make for an amazing show.
Yeah.
Having the round table. Yeah.
Yeah, and see the upper track, the trains are powered with batteries.
Right.
The lower track, the train is powered by the track.
From the rails, like the old Lionel systems.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay. Cool. I'm tickled.
I had a ball building it.
I'm sure you did. Before I actually ran the controls, I asked Gay if I could steer the train.
Steer the train. Right, steer it.
I love it.
What's your name? Is it Scrapper Jack?
It's Captain Jack Scrapper.
Okay.
Well, there you have it, mateys. A short, quick little tour of the Benson Museum, the Railroad Museum. And don't let it ever be told you that there's nothing to do in Benson, because yes, there is. Fair winds and smiles. And of course, may God bless.